guys, to another World War Marvel. As you know, I'm your channel host, Adam. Today I have again with me,
Sean.
Sean, how are you, dude?
Good.
It's been quite a while since we've been able to get together with lockdowns and then quarantine because, you know, kids get things
parents,
and such. Yeah.
Families at work, in the hospital.
You've had to quarantine, I've had to quarantine. It kind of sucks. But we are back. Thankfully, we are healthy and safe, and we are still sticking by our government's mandate of our circle of 10 people and everything else. So it's nice. And it allows us to do stuff like this and actually throw some dice, which it helps because being locked down and like no contact with people and everything is a bit of a hard go. You know what I mean? It can get to you. So it's good to get together with friends and be able to do things. I love my wife and my kids, but sometimes you just not enough. Enough is enough. I need some space.
Crazy.
And that's where usually I'll go hide in my garage in my man cave and maybe do a photo or just like cry myself to sleep in the corner.
And then your kids will follow you.
They'll knock on the door, Daddy! So anyhow, we are throwing down another Marvel Crisis Protocol battle report. We have already rolled off as per normal. Sean has priority.
Yep, like usual.
That's exactly it. You have decided to go with the secures and leave me with the extractions. So you ended up going with Infinity Formula. So you basically place four serum canisters within range B. Then if you control them, you score 1 victory point during the cleanup phase. And in the power phase, you gain 1 power. If you're within contesting range. I went with hammers. So 4 celestial hammers map D, and then you score 1 victory point for each hammer that you're controlling. They add an extra die to all your attacks, but it also costs an extra power to play your tactics cards for each hammer that you're controlling. And then obviously when you interact with them, you pick them up. So we are going with 18 threat because Infinity Formula is 17 and the hammers is 18. Sean decided with 18, which is good because it means that the team that I had in my head for my roster, I'm actually going to be able to play, which is nice. So without further ado, Sean, let's get right into this match. Let's show them the teams, show them the rosters, I should say, show them teams' tactics cards, and get right into the match from there. So here we are with my roster of 10 models that I've brought for today's match. I am trying out the Inhumans for the very first time since lockdown and everything else. Haven't been able to get games in, and I pair them up with A-Force because both Crystal and Medusa can be used in A-Force, and Crystal is a really nice piggyback for She-Hulk because she moves long and has flight, and so she can do her special delivery in A-Force without any extra power or anything like that. So it's nice. For my 18 threat, what I've brought, because Beast is actually part of the Inhumans roster, as is Ronan in the back there, I went with the 4 Inhuman characters, so Crystal, Lockjaw, Black Bolt, and Medusa, and then also Beast, and the other 5 characters I have, Valkyrie, Wasp, She-Hulk, Okoye, and then Ronan. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to go over all their cards at this point in time. I've went over them with Sean, so I'm not going to go over them again, but they do all get to re-roll, minus Beast, because of the innate Inhuman special rule. A superpower, it allows them to reroll 1 die in their attack or defense rolls automatically. So it's pretty cool. They all have immunity to poison as well, and I'm going to be doing a lot of teleporting around with Lockjaw, hopefully. We'll see how it plays. Again, this is my first time, but we'll see how it plays. Tactics cards wise, I brought, obviously, Field Dressing Med Pack for some healing. Then I have Elemental Infusion, so Crystal spends 2 power. And until she's dazed or the end of that round that she plays this card, when an enemy character within range 3 of Crystal suffers damage, after the effect is resolved, that character gains either the Incinerate, Stun, or Special or Slow statuses. Inhuman Royal Family, basically any Inhuman character spends 2 power each, play this card, and then once this round, each character that's spent power to play this card may reroll any number of dice in either an attack or defense roll. And then last minute save is basically Lockjaw teleporting somebody to his side. So when an allied character within range 3 of Lockjaw would be KO'd, Lockjaw may spend 3 power to play this card. The allied character removes 1 damage and is not KO'd and is placed within a range 1 of Lockjaw. So it teleports them to safety. So that's that. Should be fun. So I'll show you Sean's Avengers list next. And here we are with Sean's Avengers list. Obviously, you have to have Cap, the only leader for the Avengers at this point in time. I guess you don't have to have Cap, but it just makes sense. He has Vision and Hawkeye, and then he also has Winter Soldier and Wolverine down there. The tactics cards that he has is till the end of the line, so basically spends both Cap and Winter Soldier spend 2 power each. As long as they're within a range 1 of each other, they add their energy and physical defenses together, and cannot be pushed, I think is what it is. Let me see. So while within range 1, this cannot be moved by enemy effects. So yeah, so it's throws and pushes. Tactical analysis. The character may spend 2 power to play this, and then choose another allied character within range 3 of the character playing this card. Chosen character may advance short 1/2 punch. So when the active character targets an enemy character with an attack, and the target character is within range 2 of another allied character, those allied characters both spend 1 power each, add 2 dice to the attack roll. Exceptional healing. So basically, if somebody damages Wolverine, Wolverine can spend 3 power, and the character has to have a healing factor. So we'll work on Deadpool or Sabretooth as well currently. That's right. Spend 3 power, and the damage to reduce down to a 1, and then Med Pack is spend 2 power and remove up to 3 damage from this character or an allied character within range 3. So pretty straightforward. And board-wise, here we are. We are using the Spaceport Showdown, I think is what the mat is called, from Atomic Mass Games, as well as their Cosmic Terrain. So we got Hammer here, Hammer there, and there, then Infinity Formula here, 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 and here. Obviously, these little buildings are size 4. The barricades and the signs are size 2, and then these pylons, power pylons, are size 3. So yeah, that is what the board is looking like. We'll come back after deployment. So here we are with a deployment. I decided to play Beast on the far side, opposite side of Hawkeye for a reason. Lockjaw here, who can hit 3 people with his teleporting ability if I need to. Black Bolt there, Crystal here, and then Medusa over there, where you went Vision, Hawkeye, Wolverine, Cap, and Winter Soldier there. So we will come back with round 1 next, and Sean's first activation. So Sean's first activation is going to be Cap. What are you going to do with him, sir?
He is going to move...
Run away!
Well, he's not going to run away, but...
Cap doesn't do that. It's a tactical movement of some sort.
Movement. He'll
Right there.
show up here.
Okay. Do anything else? We'll see. Second move action is just to move over there, like so.
Because he has guard, so...
Okay. Bodyguard, yep, you're right. Beast is going to be my first activation. He is going to do a medium movement. Actually, 2 medium movements. Or 2 move actions. So the first one's just going to be here, and then the second one is just going to be within range 1 over there to pick up that hammer for his 1 power, like so. Vision's up next for Sean. Moving up the board. Yeah, just move it. We'll move it back. Let's see what you do. Oh, right there. Yeah. Uh-huh. Should have also mentioned in the power phase you are doing the enhanced density, so the bonus to physical attacks. We forgot to mention that before activating people. The second action is just going to be a synthesize or whatever to gain 2 power as well on Vision. He is not wanting to put him out here to get jumped on by
2 characters.
A couple of characters over here, so. Lockjaw is going to be next, so he does have a superpower, so who's a good boy? And that's Lockjaw, because at the start of each of this character's activation, if there's another allied character within range 2, which Black Bolt is, this character gains 3 power, so he's going to gain 3 power, putting him up to 4. Alright, so my first action with Lockjaw, after getting all his power, he's going to take a move action to move over here. And then he is going to use 2 of those power to bring Beast back into control range over here. So basically I get to move him within range 3, or teleport him within range 3. So he's going to come over there, being within range 1 of that, spending 2 of Lockjaw's power using teleport. Second action now is actually, or second superpower, he's going to spend 2 more to teleport Black Bolt within range 1 of the hammer here, like so. So that way, during Black Bolt's activation, he can pick it up freely, which is nice. And then he's just going to come over here, there, like so. just within range 1 of the Infinity Serum there, and within range 2 of Beast, so he can hang out there and gain extra power next turn. And that's it. That's Lockjaw's go. He's completely like utility. That's it.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier is up next for Sean. Sean, what are you doing with him? First action.
First action, he's just gonna move off.
Consolidate in the center, eh?
Consolidate in the center.
Not gonna grab objectives and score points. Interesting. Good.
Other
Interesting
people
choice
can
for
do
me.
that right now.
Right? You're right. You're right. There are other people that can do that. So, second action is just to move up a bit, just to get people within range and be nice and close to Cap, in case he uses his tactics card later on. Crystal's going to go next, and she is going to just come up over here with a move action, right about there, I guess. And that's all she's going to do. She's going to sit on that Infinity Formula. I will spend her 1 power using the King of the Inhumans affiliation. What that does is she can spend a power and then place that power, or an allied character within range 3 of the chosen character gains 1 power. So that's going to be Medusa over here. Will gain a power as well. So, and that's that for Crystal. Nothing too crazy. Hawkeye's activating. Moving up. Moving up. Basically just going to move up to be within range 1 of the hammer. And by a Cap there.
He's going to pick it up.
You're going to spend that power, okay?
Power.
Sounds good. Doing anything else with a second action or no?
Second action. He is going to probably... He's probably just going to move...
Forward a little bit, yeah.
Forward a little bit.
Okay, sounds good. Like that?
And keep near Cap.
Yeah, for some extra bodyguard action.
Bodyguard action.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Medusa's going to be next for me. She's going to move up here like so. She can't fully make that. I don't think she can fit, actually. I just moved her. Dang, water effect. But yeah, she's just going to come up there, then do a second move action just back here to pick up that hammer there as well. So, and then that is her go. So Medusa and Beast both have a hammer, and Black Bolt is primed to take one on his activation as well. And that is Medusa's go. Wolverine's activating next.
His first activation will be to
moving over.
Moving over.
You gonna go steal that Infinity Formula? Or
the second activation will be to move to there.
Okay.
Actually, he's gonna move
back a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay.
Just around it, so he's not totally thing.
Okay, sounds great. Starting off Black Bolt, he's going to spend his 1 power, and he's going to pick up that hammer. And then I'm thinking I'm going to make a move action. That's what I think I'm going to do. And he's going to take a move action, like so, over here, to be within range 4 of Hawkeye. Oh, just moved him. And then that's his first action. And then his next action is to do a energy bolt into Hawkeye. Okay. So you're going to bodyguard with Cap. I do have a 6-die energy attack now because he has a hammer. So let's see what Black Bolt can do. So Cap has 4 energy defense. Black Bolt has 6 dice. Let's see. That is currently... That is 3. That is 4. And I do get a reroll as well. And I do not have any wilds as of yet, but I do get a roll. So let's see what you do. Blocking 2. Let's see if I can get a wild out of this. No, that is 5. So you're going to take 3 damage from that onto Cap. Okay. And I will gain 3 power as well. Cleanup phase of round 1. I'm going to score 5 victory points for myself. I have 3 hammers as well as 2 infinity formulas. Where Sean, you're going to score 3 because you have 2 infinity formulas and 1 hammer on Hawkeye. So you go up to 3. And we're going to be going into a round 2 next. In the power phase, Vision, Wolverine, Beast, Lockjaw, and Crystal all gain additional power from being within the within contesting range of the Infinity Serums. On top of that, Vision is now going to phased status effect instead of the enhanced density. So he gets 3 extra dice against energy attacks, as well as can't suffer collision damage when somebody or something is thrown at him. Hawkeye is going to be first for Sean. Who are you going to shoot at? You're going to shoot at somebody. Who do you want to shoot at, though, is the question. That is the question. taking your first action, going to shoot into Black Bolt. It doesn't matter if it's physical or energy because I'm 4s on both. I will spend 2 power to do anti-gravitational field. So when this character is targeted by attack, it may use a superpower. Add 2 dice to it against that attack roll. So now he has 6 defense. So against your 6 dice though, because you have a hammer. So let's see what you get. 1.
Yeah, 1.
Which is a wild.
It's a wild.
It's something, right?
It's something.
So I should block that. I do block that. Okay. But you do get to give me a status condition from there as well. And giving Black Bolt the slow condition, so that way he can't move around nearly as fast.
Second action will be another shot.
Into him?
Into him.
Okay, I'm going to also do the anti-gravitational field again. So let's see what happens there.
Oh, wait.
Here we go with the attack roll. That's better.
Yeah, that's
better. 4. That's 4. And you do get another wild in there, so you can give them either bleed or shock. Let's just load them up on things. So that is 3 with a crit. So I'll re-roll because of the Inhuman innate special power or superpower. So that's 4. So no damage, but he does get another status condition. So bleed or shock.
I'm gonna go with bleed.
Bleed, okay. Now spending a power to hook arrow to the far side of the board to get away from any retaliation. So, going to start off with Medusa next as I start dropping dice. She's going to spend 2 power, and she is going to do a Royal Decree. So choose another allied character within range 2, and basically I get to place the allied character within range 1 of her, or I get to place Medusa within range 1 of the allied character. So I'm going to be choosing Crystal, who is within range 2, and then I will be moving her within 1 of Medusa. So basically, I'm just going to come up here like so, like that. And then, yeah. Crystal will spend 2 power now, because I am the active character, and it doesn't say it has to be on Crystal's activation. And she's going to spend 2 power and play Elemental Infusion. So basically, anybody within range 3 of her that suffers damage this turn from an allied effect will either suffer the Incinerate, Stun, or Slow special conditions. Okay? And Vision is within range 3 of her currently. Okay? And then Medusa's going to take a move action to move up to threaten that objective up there, like so. And then I will also hit him with a Braid Bash as my second action, which is a physical attack, so you can do rapid phasing, I think is what it's called, for 1 power if you want to enhance density.
Yes,
okay.
I think I will.
So you now have 5 physical defense, and you can't be pushed at this point in time. But let's see what happens. I have 6 dice. That is a crit, so that is pretty good. Let's add that crit in there. So that is a bunch, and I do get a wild as well, and I get a re-roll there. I can't re-roll a failure, but I can re-roll a block. So I have 5 currently. What do you roll, sir? So you have 5 physical defense. Block him 1.
1.
Okay. My re-roll is nothing, so you're going to take 4 damage from that. And I do get the flurry as well. And you do suffer damage, so I'm going to give you the, let's do, how much damage do you have left on him? 2? 2?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you the Incinerate condition as well. So you lower your defense by 1. Now my flurry attack going into Vision again. Do you want to just move those dice there, Sean?
Alright.
And it's all good. Let's see what I get. So that is 3 plus a crit, so that is 3, and I do have enough to, or I do have my Inhuman superpower that I can re-roll one of those dice. That was not a failure.
Okay.
So let's see what you get on your defense roll. So now it's 4 because you're incinerated. Yep. You're blocking 2.
2.
Okay. Let's see if this will
knock
you out. It does not. Alright, so you take 1 damage.
1 damage.
I'll gain another power from that, though. Last but not least, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 3 power to grab this barricade, which is size 2, and throw it into Vision, and hopefully take him out. I did give him the stun special condition from the second attack that I did to you. So you're now incinerated and stunned. And if this does no damage to you, well, if it does 1 point of damage to you, you're done. So yeah, so you got 2 defense at this point in time. Physical.
Yep.
You are not phased, and you cannot rapid phase because I'm not targeting you with an attack.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. You're blocking 2, but a size 2, which is 3 damage coming in at you, right? So you do still take a damage, and
size 2. I thought it was just 2 dice.
No, it's 2 plus this 1, so it's a size plus 1 basically, right?
Okay.
So.
So even if I
roll if you rolled a crit and then rolled another block, right? So, but yeah, so Vision is now incapacitated. So no,
do I take power?
With that said, that is Medusa and her activation. Knocking out Vision. Or dazing Vision, sorry, not knocking out. But it means all those status effects are gone. Which is nice. So, Cap is up next. Oh, Cap is coming in. He's
not really a long-range fighter.
He has a shield throw, which is...
He's got a shield throw, but his physical punch is what? Or his shield...
It's only 4 dice. It's only... Yeah.
Is like 5.
Yeah, his base attack is 5.
Base attack is 5.
Yeah. And now, after moving there...
less because it's his first. That's just ours.
Now that he's there, he's going to also do a shield slam into Black Bolt. I'm assuming Black Bolt because Crystal's not in range, so... Yeah.
Black Bolt.
Yep. 6 die attack against my 4 dice. I can't increase my defenses because I do not have any power currently on Black Bolt because he didn't take any from Hawkeye. So let's see what your 6 dice net you, sir. 2. That's not good. Your dice are not liking you.
No, they're not liking
let me see. Blocking 1 with a reroll. Blocking 1, so he'll take 1. And then I think you get to throw him as well, right? And now throwing Black Bolt into Crystal over there like so. And he will suffer another point of damage. So that's 2 damage on Black Bolt. And Crystal will have to make a dodge roll. Here we go, Crystal's dodge roll. I am blocking 1. So she'll take 2 points of damage and gain 2 power from that as well. Crystal's going to be next for me. I am going to move her. It looks to be about here. Right like so. With her long movement, because she does move long. I can't hit both of them. I'm just out. But I can... let me see. I could do a Hydrokinesis onto Hawkeye, which is going to be a 4 die attack. I'll gain 1 power automatically from that. And it'll be a 4 die energy attack into Hawkeye. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I don't think. Yeah, actually, Hawkeye has no power, so I'm free to do my Hydrokinesis on him, which is 4 dice. And you have no bodyguard or anything else, and it's energy, which is your lowest defense too. So, come on, good rolls! That's definitely cocked there, I would imagine, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll re-roll that one to see what that gets. So it's still blank. So here's my crit roll. So that's currently 3 going into you. I do get a re-roll though as well. Too? It's energy, yeah. So those are both blanks. Blocking 1, which means you're not dazed.
Nope.
Means you're not dazed.
So I take...
well, I get a re-roll still from my Inhuman special ability, so which is blank. So you're going to take 2 from that. 2 damage, gain 2 power.
Yep.
So
2 damage, gain 2 power.
Yep.
Which is good, because then I can activate my...
other stuff if you need to. So now, Medusa is going to spend 1 of her power using the leadership ability of the Inhumans, so King of the Inhumans. And I'm going to give another power to Crystal, putting her up to 4. From there, what I'm going to do is spend those 4 powers for Elemental Onslaught. So after an attack made by this character during its activation... Oh, it's never mind. It's a reaction. I can't do that. I did that wrong. I should have done the power first. And then did that. It's my bad. Seeing as how I misplayed that last one, instead of Medusa giving Crystal power, Crystal's going to give Black Bolt power. So, and that's that.
Okay.
Okay. Winter Soldier is up next for Sean. What are you doing, sir?
His first activation, his first action will be doing his regular shot attack.
Okay. Into
Black Bolt.
Is there range?
Oh, yeah.
He's quite the distance away, but yeah, definitely. All right. Yeah, into Black Bolt it is. Sounds good. Let's see what you get. 4 dice, right?
Yep.
Okay.
4 dice.
Yep. Oh, that's 3.
3.
With a crit?
No crit.
No. So add that crit in there, sir. No.
Copy.
Oh, yeah, reroll that. 4.
4.
And I block 1. I'm blocking 2, so he's going to take 2. Okay.
2 damage.
Yeah.
He's down to 1.
He's down to 1. Okay.
Another shot.
Another shot into Black Bolt. I will use 2 power to do anti-gravitational field to give me 6 defense dice. So,
Okay.
go ahead, sir. Let's see what you get. 2.
2.
I do not want Black Bolt going down. Blocking 2.
2.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, probably 3.
Oh, I am blocking 3. Yeah. All right.
Oh well.
Sounds great. Black Bolt is still kicking.
So I'm going to spend 1 because it's actually his first.
It's first superpower of his turn.
Superpower of his
Yeah.
first turn.
You're going to use your, is it Hydra Tactics or I got your back? Hydra Tactics.
Higher tactics.
Yeah, so basically choose a target within range 2, and then which Hawkeye is within range 2, and then place him within range 1 of said individual.
Yeah.
So you could even, yeah.
Place him here.
Okay. Like so?
Like so.
Yeah.
Then he's in 3 inches of him.
Absolutely. I like it.
2.
I like it. Sounds good.
Activate.
Yep. And then you're doing tactical analysis off of him to target on Wolverine. And Wolverine will move short as well. Like so. Wouldn't you want to move him maybe over a little bit on an angle instead? So that way you can get wherever you're going. Who knows where
Yeah,
you're going.
just in case you move either
Yeah,
way.
yeah, for sure. Sounds good. You're going to activate Black Bolt next. What he's going to do is going to do a shake action to get rid of that bleed effect. Like so. And then he is going to try to strike into Cap. Actually, do I want to do my... Yeah, I'm just going to do my basic energy bolt into Cap. So it's going to be 6 dice. I might... No, I'm not going to do focus power. How much damage do you have left on Cap? 2?
Yeah, I got 2. He's going to do his Vibarian Shield.
Yeah. I'm going to do my focus power as well.
2 different.
Yeah. I will do focus power. So it's going to be a 8 die thing. So yeah. Focus power, here we go. Let's see what happens. That's a lot. So that I'll take that failure out and then add my 2 crits in. So that's 3 that I can reroll, but I only get to reroll 1 of those. So that's 6 going into Cap. Yeah, I wanted Cap gone. Get out of here, Cap.
Let's see if I can stop this.
Yep.
Which?
Well, you got a crit in there. So you block 3.
Block 3.
Yeah. Block 4, which is enough to still take you out.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? Because that's still 2 more damage. And I do get a reroll if I need it, which would give me another one anyway. So so you take 2 damage, and I will gain 2 power from that. I don't know if... I didn't even check if I had a Pierce or anything like that, because I have a Pierce on a Wild. Completely thought to... Or didn't think to check that. So that is his Black Bolt's go, I guess. I will take a power from Lockjaw, I think, and put it back on Black Bolt as well. And that is his activation. Wolverine is up next for you, Sean. What are you going to do? You're going to use his 1 attack on there. What is it? Berserker Barrage for 3 power?
Yeah.
Gives you the... or are you going to do the best at what I do? I'm not sure if you're within range 3 or not. Doing the best at what he does. Where are you
Does
going?
he have any abilities the moment he gets... an enemy gets close or does it attack, he can teleport away?
No, I don't think so. Not by the looks of it. Nothing like that, no.
Okay.
It just re-rolls an attack and defense die, so. Going after Lockjaw.
Yeah.
Okay, moving up. Like so. And then you get your attack, which your wilds count as 2 successes. Here we go, 5 dice going into Lockjaw with a strike. No wilds, but 3 crits. So re-roll or add 3 more dice in there. Let's see what you get. So 5. 5. No wilds though.
Yeah.
So no pierces. Here we go. I am blocking 1 so far. I'm blocking 2. That's from the crit roll, and then my re-roll from Inhumans. I'm blocking 2. So you'll take 3 damage and gain 3 power. Doing the Berserker Barrage now into Lockjaw, using the 3 power that he has. Let's see what you get. So that is 3, which is good for you. And then if you deal damage, you get to throw me short. Yeah. So I am blocking 1, 2, and the reroll. I'm blocking 2, so you'll take 1 more point of damage, 1 more power.
Okay.
Okay, and then I think because you did deal damage, you get to throw me short. And then you're just going to throw Lockjaw straight across, so he doesn't hit your base, but hits Beast. And Beast needs to make a dodge roll. So, move those aside. Beast, blocking 1. I think, yeah, and he gains a power from that as well because of the provocative yet, or disconcerting yet provocative because of the failure. Yeah. Lockjaw takes another point of damage from that, puts him up to 5, and then Beast is taking 2 damage as well. And activate Lockjaw next. He gains 3 power right off bat because Beast is beside him, puts him up to 9 power. What I'm going to do is a bite into Beast, I think, or into Wolverine. I'm going to teleport first before I do anything, and I'm going to teleport up here, so I have that terrain piece, which is size 3, within range 2, because it was just outside of range 2. Next, I'm going to do drop it, which is choose an interactive terrain feature that is size 3 or less, and throw it medium. So I'm going to throw that into Wolverine. So I'm going to pick it up and throw it into Wolverine. So he's going to need to make a dodge roll. Dodge roll for Wolverine. Let's see what he gets. 4. Yep. Blocking 1 with a crit, so let's see if add another die in there. Yeah. So he takes 3 damage then at that point. Yep. I'm gonna bite Wolverine next. 4 dice into Wolverine's. That's pretty good. Let's see what that crit nets me. So that's 3 going into him, and I do get a reroll as well. Okay. So I'm blocking 2. So you're gonna take 1 from that. And that was a reroll just from my Inhuman special ability. I will gain a power from that as well on Lockjaw, and he'll do it again. So that's 2, and I can only get 1 reroll there. So let's see what we get. I'm blocking none, so let's see what that reroll becomes. I don't know why I did that. It's blank, so he's going to take 2 more damage. I'll get 2 more power from that, and you'll gain the bleed special condition on Wolverine as well. Yeah. Well, ending off Lockjaw's go, Beast is going to get teleported by Lockjaw, spending 2 power to come up over here, like so, and then hopefully that gets me everybody I need to get. Excellent. So yeah, that is Lockjaw's go. Actually, before the end of his go, what I'm going to do is spend 2 power and use Med Pack on him to heal 3 damage off of him as well. Beast is going to go, he's going to start off by spending 2 power to do Baser Instincts and throw this into Wolverine. So it has to be a size 2. Actually, yeah, no, it's going to be this. I'm going to throw that into Wolverine. Size 2 object there. And I throw it short, and it was within range 2. So Wolverine needs to make a dodge test there, sir.
Dodge test.
Yep. He's blocking 3, so that's enough to stop any damage going into him. So that's that.
That's close.
Yes, sir. Up next, what I'm doing is I'm going to spend a power. I can't even do that. I got to spend a power from Lockjaw. It has to be within range 3. I might have messed that up earlier. I completely think I probably did. And if I did, I apologize. But I'll take a power from Lockjaw and put it on Beast using the the leadership ability. Beast is then going to do an animalistic freestyle onto Wolverine. Okay? It's 7 die attack. And yeah, 7 die attack. And then I get to advance medium afterwards. So normally it's a 6 die attack, but 7 because I have a hammer on Beast. So let's see what happens. That is good. That is a total of 5 going into Wolverine. I do have a wild if you somehow survive this, but I don't think you will. No. Sorry, 6 going into Wolverine. Whoa, that's 2 crits.
2 crits.
Yeah, you're still. Yeah. No. Okay, so that is a done Wolverine, right?
Well,
dazed.
Dazed.
That's what I mean. Dazed. He doesn't have a hammer or anything though?
Nope.
Okay. I get to advance. I then get to advance Beast medium. So he's going to come up here and come right there, just by Hawkeye. Up next, going to do an acrobatic strike into Hawkeye after advancing medium. Yeah, so it's 6 dice because of the hammer again. So Hawkeye can't do anything. Right? Hawkeye can't do anything because I'm within range 3, so you don't get your superpower. So that is gonna be a reroll. Yeah, that's a lot. So that's 6 coming into you with at least a wild in there, which means I have to be placed within range 1 of you.
This is 4.
Yep.
So 1.
Yeah.
No.
Not even close. So I do 2 damage to you.
Yep.
I gain 2 power from that.
I gain 2 power from that.
I do get to be placed within range 1 of you, though, or have to be placed within range 1, so I'm just going to move up to about there, which takes me also out of your zone here for controlling that, so which sucks, but that's okay. Yeah. Hawkeye drops that hammer. Beast is just going to spend also 1 power before the end of his turn to pick that up, so I'm going to place that hammer right beside Beast. I plan on picking it up, but you're going to get or use your superpower with Winter Soldier using his last power. Normally it's 2, but because of Cap's leadership ability, for I've got your 6 or I got your back or something like that, which allows you to do, I think, an attack action against somebody.
Attack action.
Okay, let's see what happens there. I do have 2 power on Beast, so I do get some rerolls as well. That's 2. One of those being a crit though, so add another die in there. Beast should be fine. That is enough to block all 3 right there, and I gain a power as well, which I'm just going to use to pick up the hammer.
Yep.
Cleanup phase of round 2. I am going up to 1, 2, 5 victory points because I have 3 hammers and 2 serums, that one and that one. So I'm going from 5 up to 10. And Sean, I think you're not getting any.
I don't think I'm getting any.
I think you're sticking at 3 at this point in time. But I do have a lot of damaged characters across the board. But you have 3 characters that have been 4 characters that have been dazed. Vision, Cap, Wolverine, and Hawkeye. So we'll come back and see what happens in round 3 next. Starting off round 3, Sean, you are going to, in the power phase, keep Vision in enhanced density, so he gets +3 to his physical defense, as well as can't be pushed by enemy effects. So, what are you going to do to start off with him?
Power phase, forgot to do that, so there's some of that.
Doing Synthezoid Avenger, I'm assuming into Medusa?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a 7 die attack. I don't get to add my crits into this, or don't count them in my rolls either. So let's see what your 7 dice merits you, sir. That's a good roll. That's a good roll. That's 4 with a crit, so 5 potentially. Yeah. So let's see what you get. That is 5. Okay, and I will get 1. I will get my reroll from being inhuman, so it's 1, so I'll take 4 on her. Now doing calculated trajectory up against Medusa, throwing that sign, which is size 2, into her. Let's see what she does.
1 because it's my first power.
I don't block any. She is dazed, and she will drop a hammer as well. And then Vision's going to pick up that hammer with his 1 power, and you still have 1 action left with him as well. Yep. Then doing your beam attack, solar energy beam. So you gain 1 power automatically from that. So is it 6 dice now, I think? Right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to use my ability to increase my defenses because I think I'm going to die anyways because he only has 1 health left, right? So let's see what happens. You have no wilds, but you have 3 crits.
3 crits.
Yeah, let's see what those crits net you. Alright, so that's 5?
Yeah.
5. I'm blocking 1. So you don't drain any of my power. Blocking 2. Still taking 2 or 3, so that's still enough to deal the 1 damage to him. So he gains 1 power from that and is dazed as well. So doing Beast next before he gets taken out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 of his 3 power to do Baser Instincts and throw Winter Soldier into Hawkeye. Like so. So Winter Soldier will take a damage, and then Hawkeye needs to make a dodge roll. Yeah.
Dodge roll on
4 dice. Yeah.
4 dice, right?
Yeah, 4 dice. That's his physical defense, right? He's blocking 2. Can he get a capitalize on that crit as well? He does, so he takes no damage. But Winter Soldier does take 1 point.
Yep.
Next attack is going to be an acrobatic strike from Beast into Hawkeye. Yeah, into Hawkeye. So it's 7 dice, normally 5. So let's see what happens. That is a lot. I do get a power from that failure that is there, but I also get 3 crits. So let's see what those crits become. That's 2 wilds as well. So that is a bunch. 7 going into Hawkeye. 7. Blocking 1. So you take 6. That is enough to get rid of Hawkeye.
Yep.
You had 5 power on that side? Or 5 health, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I get 5 power from that as well. And I get to be placed within 1, so I'll just stay right where I am. And Winter Soldier is going to do his, what is it? I've got your back?
Yep.
Okay, so let's see what that is. Paying 1, which is what he had. So let's see. 4 dice. That's 1.
Just 1.
I block it. And I get another power as well because of the disconcerting yet provocative. Up next for his second action, he's going to do an animalistic freestyle for 4 power of his 8, and it's going to be a 8 die attack going into a Winter Soldier, which also gives me a medium advance afterwards. So here we go with the dice roll. Let's see what we get. That is a blank. I do get a power from that failure down there, and I do have 2 crits as well. So that is a lot going into Winter Soldier. So that is 8 going into Winter Soldier at this point, without any rolls or anything. It is physical.
It is physical?
Yep. Blocking 2. That's still 6.
That's still 6.
Yeah. And then I get to advance. I get to push you before damage is dealt. Short away, so I'm just gonna, I can't really push you anywhere, I don't think, because you're just gonna like collide with that. And then I get to move medium, advance medium, so I'm just gonna come back over here, like so. And that's what Beasts go, taking care of business on that side of the board. Going with Wolverine next, Sean. You know what you're doing with him? It's gonna do what Wolverine does, which is attack Lockjaw.
Basically.
Wolverine's going to be doing the best at what I do. You're going to do your medium movement, I'm assuming, and just going to stop over here is what you're planning on doing.
Yeah, I'm going to do...
Yeah, the best of what I do. And you get your medium movement, and then you do your claw slash or whatever, your adamantium slash. So medium movement there. That way you're... Yeah, don't even worry about it. You got the distance, sir. You got the distance. And that one's yours.
Yeah.
And then you add wilds count as 2 successes here. So let's see what your 5 dice adamantium slash does for you.
5 dice.
Can you take out Lockjaw here?
No.
So you got 3 successes so far, but you have a crit there.
Yeah.
So add that crit in there because you never know what you can get. There you go. So 4 successes. So if Lockjaw, and you have a pierce as well.
Yep.
Pierce and bleed as well. So 4 successes with pierce and bleed. Lockjaw's defense roll, even with that re-roll turning into a block, if I do, it's going to be enough to daze Lockjaw there. So he'll gain 4 power from that. Doing a Berserker Barrage now into Beast. Let's see what you get with your 7 dice attack. If you damage me, you do get to throw me, and before damage, you get to be placed within range 1 of him. Ooh, that's a good roll. So that's a total of 5 going into Beast. 5 going into Beast. Wow. Beast is going to, let's see, gain a power from that. So he's blocking 2. I do have some rerolls here because he's going to spend a couple of power to reroll those 2 dice. And let's see what they turn into. Nothing. So he's going to take 3 damage from that. He's still kicking, but you do get to throw him, though, into something as well. So that actually will deal another damage and take him out if you just throw him into something.
Yeah. I'm going to throw him into...
Into that? Yeah. So that's...
No. Can I throw him into that?
You could throw him into that and it would be destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
It also kick you off that.
Well, yeah, he's dazed anyways, though, right? Yeah. So he's going to be dazed. So he'll be taking 4 points of damage, as well as the one from the skull. So, and gaining 5 power from that. Next question is, where do you want the hammers? Because both Beast and Lockjaw are dazed. Oh.
Well, he could be pushed.
Wolverine can't take them, though.
Yeah.
That's the only problem, right?
Yeah, because of his thing. So I'm going to put them
over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Right there, like so. Alright, sounds good. And Wolverine's done then, eh?
The biggest problem is now shield.
She could jump and, yeah, she could jump and grab them, right?
So I'm just going to put them right here.
Right there?
Forcing her to come this way.
Sounds good. Should have moved Wolverine first, but he's going to place him there. Because that would have been within 1. So, well, it would have been back. Well, either way. They're both within 1.
Well,
you're good.
I could be placed right there, just so I can jump on them again.
I don't think he could have. I don't know. Crystal's going to be going next. She's going to be going after Vision. I'm going to start off with a volcanic surge. Oh, I cannot actually. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Dang, that sucks. And I'm coming all the way over here with Crystal as her first action, right there like so. Crystal's then next action, I am going to do... Oh, actually, yeah. I'm going to do a Volcanic Surge, okay, into Wolverine. Okay, as her second action. She'll gain a power, putting her up to 5. And...
Oh, she got pretty far ahead.
She's a long movement, sir. Long movement. So it's 4 dice going into Wolverine with Volcanic Surge, which is an energy attack.
Energy, huh?
Yeah, I do have a crit there. Let's see what that crit gives me. That is 4. And then I'll re-roll that blank in a second. So that's 4 going into Wolverine with an energy. Block a none. And the last one turns into a skull. So I do get a power, putting her at 5, and that's 4 damage on Wolverine. So that's yeah.
Oh, 4 damage?
Yeah, 4 because he didn't block any, right?
Yeah, he didn't block any.
So yeah. Next up, I'm using 4 of her 5 power now that she has to do a hydrokinesis onto Wolverine as well. Again, it's energy, so you have 3 defense against this. Let's see what I get. There is a crit and a wild. That is a nothing. So 2, but I do get a reroll as well.
Come on, Black. Oh.
You're done anyways. Done. Yeah, so that is Wolverine also knocked out. So, and that is
the last more turn, so we can.
That is Crystal's go. Cap's moving, and the last activation of this round. Moving up.
Moving up.
Yep. Definitely within range, I think, definitely within range 1 of that objective already. You gonna do anything else, though, with him is the question. Completely forgot that Black Bolt dropped his hammer. Was it Vision that knocked him out, right? Yeah, it was Vision. So Cap technically could have picked this up beforehand, so it's completely forgot to do that. So might as well.
Yeah, but technically she could have done it. She was.
Yeah, but No, it wouldn't have been in range, right? Like you can place it
she would have to move back,
That's
and then
right.
she would have
That's
to-
right. So you could place it wherever Cap could have got it, like
Yeah.
right over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Within range 2, where then Cap moves and he picks it up.
Picks it
so
up. Which I'm gonna do.
yeah.
Pick it
So
up.
no matter what, Cap would have been able to get it. So you're not doing anything else with Cap. He's just going to hang out there, controlling or contesting that objective. And picking up that hammer.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll come back with a cleanup phase. Round 3 cleanup phase, you basically dazed 4 out of my 5 characters. I was not expecting to take out Wolverine with Crystal, but lucky rolls is what it was, right? So so I scored 0 victory points because everybody's dazed. That was by objective, and we've lost all our hammers. And you have 2 hammers as well as 2 Infinity Serums, so you're jumping up to 7. So you're only 3 victory points behind me, and we'll go into round 4 next. Gonna start off with Black Bolt. I'm gonna go and give him a power from Medusa, who is within range 3. She's at 10, so we might as well. And then I'm gonna use 3 of his 7 power then to do focus power, which allows me to add 2 dice to his energy blast, which becomes then 7. Up against Vision. Vision is going to rapid phase to do his phase condition. So let's see what I get here. That is 4 with a Pierce, which is nice, and I do get to reroll 1, so let's see what happens there. Yeah. Not blocking any. Okay, so here's my reroll. Nothing. So it's 4 damage. I'll also gain 4 power from that as well.
4 damage. Yeah, he can take it. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, close. Amazing.
Second action for Black Bolt. I'm going to do a Master Punch now, but before that I'll be using Focus Power again because he was brought back up to 7 power from his attack. So it's gonna be a 9 die Master Punch into Vision's face. So getting rid of Vision. Let's see what happens. That is the hope.
No.
2. I do get a reroll though, with one of my many blanks and other things. So yeah, I'll just leave one of those dice in there. So 2. Blocking 2. Blocking 2.
Of blocking 3. Please.
No. I do.
So blocking 2.
Okay.
You
I do get to re-roll though as well. So let's see what. Come on, something. Doing 3 damage to you.
So I'm doing.
So you take 1 damage from that.
1 damage.
If this attack deals damage, the target is size 4 or less. I can throw the character short. So yeah, I'm gonna throw the character short.
Oh no.
Which will collide him with that size 1 piece terrain, destroy it, and also deal another point of damage to him.
Automatic.
Yeah, automatic. And because you're in enhanced density,
doesn't matter. I take 1 damage and get.
That's right. So, but I still can throw you, and you still can suffer collisions. I just can't push you, and you do drop the hammer. And I also get placed within 1 of you, so I'm just gonna come back over this way, like that. Control. He'll pick that up with his last power as well. Bucky's up next for Sean, and he has his partner all the way over here, Cap. It's going to be an uphill struggle.
Oh, yeah.
Never know what could happen, though. Never know what could happen.
He'll activate.
Yep.
He'll move.
Pick up both those hammers.
He'll pick up both those hammers.
For 2 power. Why not? Correction as well. I don't think I'd be able to actually be moved with him due to the fact that Vision, after the attack is resolved, is removed from the board. So, theoretically. And so that means that that's just going to be placed up there. So, and I get 1 power back on Black Bolt, but it also leaves him within threatened range of Cap. And second action, going back to Winter Soldier after thinking about Black Bolt. You're going to be doing your, is it Red Fury for 4 power? Yep. Which is going to become a 9 die strike, and then you get to push your target and then shoot him with a rifle shot as well. So going into who? Beast or Chris? Well, I guess it is Beast because Beast's the only one in the range. So
range.
Yep.
So 9 attack, 9 dice.
Yep. Let's see what you get. Oh, that's not bad. 5 with a crit.
Could have been better.
Could have been better. 5 with a crit. So add that crit in there. Let's see if you can make it 6. Nope. Beast. Let's see what you roll, sir. Nothing. I will spend 3 of his power to reroll those. Blocking 2, so he'll take 3 damage and gain 3 power back.
Now I get to.
And then you get to push me. Is it short, I think? I'm pushing him straight back, basically, so that way he does not collide with Crystal. So then now shooting him with your assault rifle. 6 dice. You only need to do 2 more damage. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's 3 with a crit.
3 with a crit.
Yeah. That's 4.
4.
Beast cannot save himself at all.
No.
But I do have last minute save with Lockjaw. Okay, so it's a cool tactic card. Lockjaw is within range 3 of Beast. Okay, because of where Sean pushed him. And what I do is I pay 3 power off of Lockjaw, which he's going to do. And then I place Beast within range 1 of Lockjaw, and he removes 1 damage from his card. So instead of being knocked out, he's saved and on 1 damage left.
Yeah, but he'll still get the bleed effect.
He will get the bleed effect, you're right. And Beast is placed there, like so. And is still sitting on, like, max power. Actually, yeah, he's on max power still after the failure and getting his power back and such, so. Activate Lockjaw next, and what he's going to do is he is going to teleport Beast using 2 power. So he's going to gain 3 power, but use 2 of those 3 power to teleport up here, like so. Beast, okay. And then he's also going to, yeah. He's going to then do something else. Yeah, he's probably just going to take a move action to come up here and teleport Crystal as well, so Crystal can go have some fun. So Crystal can just sort of like come up this way, and then he's going to teleport himself. Actually, he'll just move back with his own action, like so, to be in that contesting zone. So it's 4 power off of Lockjaw to sort of manipulate people into a position to take out Winter Soldier. And Cap is going to be doing a shield slam into Black Bolt with a hammer. So it's 7 dice, and then you get to throw them as well afterwards, right? So, which is nice. That roll is 4.
4.
Black Bolt doesn't have the power to increase his defense because he only has 1 power at this point. So that is 1 with a reroll from Inhumans, 2, so he'll take 2 damage and gain 2 power as well. And throwing Black Bolt right there like so. So he takes another point of damage. And then putting him up at 3 damage, and still within range to strike again if you are so inclined. Doing another shield slam now into Black Bolt. I am going to do I want to do another focus power? Anti-gravitational field. I am not going to do another anti-gravitational field. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. That's not bad. That's 3, but 2 crits. I should survive. I should survive. That's the gamble that I took. Oh, that's 5. All right. All right, so I am blocking 3 of your 5, so I'll take 2 more damage and 2 more power.
2 more damage.
And then throw again. I'm assuming you're just going to throw me right into the same spot, or you're going to throw me further away.
I'm going to throw you further away.
Further, all right.
So you'll summon this.
Yes, just go ahead and move it, dude. Yep, right into the corner there. Crystal's going to be going next for me. She's going to do a Volcanic Surge onto Winter Soldier. So it's 4 dice energy. You have an energy defense of 3. I'm hoping for a while. That's what I'm looking for. That's a really good roll. Oh my goodness, that is a good roll. Okay.
Just 3.
Just 3. No wilds yet, but I do get a reroll. You're blocking 2.
2.
But you get a crit, so it's really good. Blocking 2, so you're taking 2 because I did 4 damage in total after that reroll. I gain a power from that, putting me up to 3. Up next, I'm gonna do a Hydrokinesis, which is energy now as well. But before that, we're what I'm going to do is going to take a power from Beast. So that way it allows me to do Elemental Onslaught afterwards if I need it. So yeah, Hydrokinesis now into Winter Soldier. Energy, 4 dice again.
Okay.
That's 3.
Energy?
Energy again, yep. That's 3 with a reroll.
How far can I get?
That's blocking 1.
1.
Yep.
Potential blocking 2. Yep.
Blocking 2. Now I get my reroll. So you're taking 2 more.
2
Okay. And you are slowed. Now using the 4 power from her using the reactive superpower Elemental Onslaught, I will use a Hurricane Blast. Range 4, 4 die attack.
Did you get?
This is her superpower that allows her to use 3 attacks, basically. So here we go. 4 dice. That's a lot. I can't re-roll this one, though, but that's 3 wilds. And he is knocked out.
He's knocked out.
That's going to be game, I think, at this point in time, right?
Yeah, I drop all 3, you pick them up,
Yeah.
and then...
Yeah.
Thing.
She doesn't have the power to pick it up, but still, between Beast being able to move over there and grab it, then come back, it's gonna be game no matter what. Because I'm sitting at 10, and I only need 6 more, which I could get. So
Which you could get.
yeah, it's basically Beast will go and grab the objectives or the hammers, then move back. She's gonna grab that hammer, and that's game. So I guess we'll come back with the after action report next. Welcome, guys, to the After Action Report. You just saw the match between my Inhumans and Sean's Avengers.
Yep.
Sean, thank you for coming. First off, what was your thoughts on the match?
Good.
Good?
Yep.
It was just good. Just good.
Good. Well, yeah.
Well, what was your thoughts the first time going up against Inhumans, and the first time myself playing? What was your thoughts on that, then?
They're good. I like the transportability of Lockjaw.
Lockjaw.
How
is really
he's
good.
able to teleport people
multiple
around.
people.
He would be really good in also alternate lists like the
Avengers, everything. Because then
Thor or the Asgards.
Yeah. Anything that you need to move around with, basically. But they have Rainbow Bridge, though, that allows them to do that too. But it costs more power.
It costs more power with him.
That's all he does.
That's all he does, and it'll allow them to move around the board really well.
Yep.
You moving all your Beast and thing around really.
Yeah, I moved round 2. It was Beast and Black Bolt.
That Bolt, yeah.
And then I think it just sort of went from there because we were only in round 4. And you dazed them at the end of round 3. Did I move anybody else with? I think I moved Beast in round 2 with them as well.
You also moved Crystal.
Yeah, I think Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Medusa was on the far side as well.
Yeah,
so
you got her in range to do some damage.
Yeah.
And you also used him to save Beast.
Yeah. Not that I think that would have made the game or anything. I think beyond that turn at that time, like it was too little, too late.
Too late.
You know what I mean? I think so. For me, when it comes to the Inhumans, I agree with you. The ability to be able to teleport within range 3 your own guys is huge because you can sort of have like I don't want to say an alpha strike, but like you can deploy in one area with Lockjaw, and then have your opponent in his head go, oh, okay, he's all over here, so I need to sort of focus here with whatever characters that he has or what his team. But then you can redeploy. That's what I'm looking for. Redeploy basically 2 other characters to another position with Lockjaw.
Place them on here and then teleport them on the other side just to counter whatever your opponent does.
It gives you that much more flexibility when it comes to like Lockjaw and his teleportation and stuff like that, which is really, really good. I like it, and I think you'll see him in a lot of lists. And the fact that he has a throw, his bite attack isn't anything strong, but the fact that if you have somebody within range 2 of him, he has that's a good boy or whatever. Yeah, he's such a good boy, which gains 3 power, and then you can teleport 2 people or throw something right off the bat. You know what I mean?
Saving characters before they
are knocked out. Yeah,
you can literally pull them out.
Yeah, the Lucky Save or whatever.
Lucky Save, which is range 3.
Yeah,
so it's
really good.
That's really good.
I really think Lockjaw is fun.
Black Bolt
is a tough nut to crack, I think.
Yeah.
When you so if you don't focus on him, he's going to go around and hit people hard, like throwing really people and hitting.
And then when you do knock him down.
When he dazes him, get him to his injured
and he comes back up, he becomes even harder.
Yeah, he has
for
9
one
stamina.
round. 9 stamina. How does he have 9 stamina?
Well, 5 on the front, 9 on the back, and then he also has his beam 4 whisper attack, which is a 9-die attack, which he can increase with, if he has the power, to increase it with his focus energy or whatever. It's so good. And I love the Inhuman special ability of being able to re-roll an attack or defense die in your attack and defense rolls, as well as his leadership, which I think I did wrong at the beginning of the game, where it was outside of range 3. I was still changing power around. I played that wrong, and I apologize for that. But it still gives you a range 3 to manipulate energy wherever you need it to be, or power wherever you need it to be. So his leadership is nice in that sense. So if you want to soak a bunch of power into Black Bolt from other people around him, each turn somebody can give him power to do that, right? And then it's that much easier to get your big attacks off. So it's really nice. I think it's a better version of Cyclops' leadership, basically, is what I think it is. Because it doesn't have to go towards an attack or something like that. So
is Cyclops with him or no?
No. It's just Beast. So like Beast. Inhumans, for the core Inhuman roster right now, you have the 4 characters that came out, as well as Ronan and Beast. Those are the only 4 that are with him on the actual roster card and affiliation. So and Beast, I like Beast in it because Beast can generate a ton of power and help hand it out as well. And Beast, in all honesty, is a very survivable character. I like Beast a lot.
I know a lot of throwing characters into everything.
So good. You just got to pick his targets for like when he jumps around and with his animalistic strike, I think it is, or acrobatic strike, where he gets placed within range 1 of a target. You just got to plan around that. You know what I mean? But Beast is so good, survivable, hardy, very, very good, and so it's a nice addition.
He can hit. Really
he can. Right. And when you get a hammer onto him, that much better even. You know what I mean? So
you had 2 hammers on it
at one point. You're right.
One point. Yeah.
It was good. Medusa, I think, can do very good with her fury on her braid smash, I think it is, or whatever. And then being able to push people and everything else is awesome. I think Crystal is like I don't want to say the weakest, because that's like, she did well for me in this game.
She did well. She has 3 attacks, like she's able to do.
Yeah, it's just the fact that they're only 4 dice. Right? And that's the big thing. So if you're not generating the power on her, you're not going to be able to get that 3rd attack off, because it costs 4 power to do. But it's the fact that it's only 4 dice. Now, with that said, I rolled well, and the Inhuman superpower allows you to reroll one of your attack or defense rolls, which is nice. But she's the master of status conditions. Like you want to pair her up with like Ghost Rider, who can incinerate people, or somebody that can stun or slow. Because then when you're within range 3 of her, you can't shake them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you're incinerated.
She stops you from shaking abilities.
That's right.
Which never really came into effect that game.
No, it didn't, because she wasn't within range 3 often of characters that had status effects. Or in a scenario such as Demons Downtown, where everybody who's holding one of those center line objectives, if you're within range 3 of her, guess what? You're not shaking. You're not shaking that incinerate. You know what I mean? So, which is really, really good. So like she is like the master like manipulator when it comes to the status conditions, and like. So certain characters will pair well with her, and I don't think she's going to be a huge damage output, but I think she'll help sort of keep those statuses around and hinder your opponents through those, right? Yeah. So, which is huge. Yeah. Really good. So anyhow, Sean, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the game. I appreciate you showing up, and it was good to throw some dice again finally after a good month and a bit away. Guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, you can check out the Patreon link in the description of the video down below. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ignite your hobby.